women hate the idea of playing traditional gender roles, but they expect men to play traditional gender roles. So women are entitled. I deserve, right? I deserve a man who my money's my money and your money's my money. It's like, what the hell? Now allow a man to say that in reverse. And let's play out historical roles there. Women would not stand for that at all. Right? My money's my money, and like you're required to do all these things for me. I deserve a woman who. Like no man says that. And I think being aware of that is important because it shines light on the double standard that we have. And so when we think about responsibilities and roles in relationships, there needs to be clearly defined roles. And without that clarity, there builds, again, stress, resent, contempt. And so I'm not saying, again, that it needs to be what it once was. People say men aren't that emotionally intelligent. I think men may be more emotionally intelligent than women. And there's lots of things that disclaim emotional intelligence that are not just feeling your feelings. You know, there is restraint and composure and the ability to think through rationally what you do with those emotions and where you move them through. And men, I think, are much better at that in general. But with that being said, there needs to be clarity in that. I just think we are signing up for so many things when we talk about mental health and watching that climb. And again, things like infidelity, divorce rates, friction and contempt and sexless marriages. It's like, okay, well, maybe if you weren't carrying so much stress by trying to conquer the world on your own and you leaned on your partner a little bit and you trusted them to follow through, you would have much more peace. And men intuitively, I think, know this. Like, again, I don't know if they know things and don't verbalize them, or they try to verbalize them and nobody listens. I'm not certain. But like men still embrace and take on the roles and responsibility as far as provision and protection. Most of the time on average, right? There are women who provide, and like I can do that gratefully when necessary, but it's not, you don't put that expectation on me. And I think there is a desire for men to feel useful. And one of the ways in which they drive utility, especially for people that they care about, is taking on the responsibility to be an adult and know that now that you have commitments or children or a spouse or a partner, you need to make sure that they live a good life. And I think men find a lot of ambition with that and purpose in that and, you know, intrinsic motivation to be useful in that. And I think that gives men peace. That's my assumption. But I think women don't necessarily have that conviction in what they want and what they need.